Don't you evil eye me, you little shit. I didn't have just basic bitch relic oil. Can you like shoot him in the eyeball for like a bunch of bonus damage? Nope, don't. What kind of corn demon am I fighting? It looks like a Praeton. It looks like a Praeton. It squawks like a Praeton. Probably a Praeton. Ooh. Down it goes. No more fiend. Ooh, bandit note. What's that, dear Papa? You're kicking us off the family plot? Your younger sons are good for nothings who deserve a mess of porridge at most. You're gonna give Joffler everything. And we're gonna go make our own sorry way in the world? Well, we went, Papa, we went. And now we've our own plot. Sure, it might be a hill barely sticking out of the bog, a few trees and some rushes. No crops will take here, but we don't mind. There's no room for us in the field, so now, well, guess we'll never touch rake nor hoe ever again. What's that, you ask, Papa? How we plan to live? I'll tell you. We've never met with much good from our fellow man, so we've decided to repay the favor. Either they'll give us what we want, or they'll end up like you, Papa, you and your dead dear Joffler, a knife between their ribs. Oh, lovely people. I have a key. Another way in.
I want to look around some. I want to look around some.
How do I get in here? Monster looks really weird now. He just wants belly scritches. That's all. The key. Oh, there it goes. Woven silver sword. Very nice. Ah, still not as good as our sword. Dang. That was a pretty big beastie, too. Alright, anything else on this island? Yeah, there's some stuff really far south. Oh, I guess that's where we're going. Okay, so that's a golem. That's a golem. We'll work on our golem. We need to get, like, really high-quality elemental oil. What's a river? Hey, what's the relationship between Alariel and Ariel? So, Ariel and Alariel both represent different aspects of the goddess Aisha. So Aisha is she is the mother goddess of the elves, kind of the goddess of nature as well. She is the god that is kind of credited as having like given birth to the elves and all that kind of stuff. But her whole thing is that she, oh, that's a wyvern. She, along with a number of the other gods, there was a war among the elven gods, known as for shorthand, it's called the War in Heaven, essentially. And this war revolved very, very heavily around the elven pantheon having a bit of a schism. And as part of this schism, what basically happened was that Cain, along with a few other of his buddies who were sympathetic to his cause, Cain wanted to be the big boss in charge, and he started unleashing death and destruction against everybody, including the elves themselves. And the other gods were not super cool with this, Aisha and Kurnos in particular. And the other thing is that Cain wanted Aisha for himself. So he wanted to capture Aisha so that he could functionally make her his bride, his his lover. And she was not down for that. And it led to this really, really big ugly war. After the war was over, so the gods had kind of, Cain ended up being defeated by Kurnos, or sorry, not by Kurnos, by Assurin. Assurin ended up defeating Cain. We got some other crazy battles between a couple of the other gods. Baal tried to fight Cain and got crippled. Kurnos tried to fight Cain and got his ass kicked. But after the war was over, Assurin told all of the gods that they were not allowed to interact with mortals anymore. That the time had come for them to be separate. And as a big part of that, around that time, things got further complicated because the Dark Gods showed up. So the gods of chaos come smashing their way into reality. They start fighting against the elven gods, and kind of in the midst of the Dark Gods arriving on the scene and Assurin telling the gods they're not allowed to interact with the elves anymore, many of the heavenly gods fled, and they descended to the mortal plane. And that includes Kurnos, Manon. Well, Manon's not a heaven, one of the Sithari. He's actually he's not one of the Kadai. He's actually a Sithari. But many of the Kadai fled. Baal, Aisha, and Kurnos, I know off the top of my head, fled the heavens and went to live among the mortals. Now, Aisha, there was a complication with Aisha, which the complication for her is that for time immemorial, no, Aisha got captured in 40k, not in fantasy. Aisha does not have a relationship with Nurgle in any way, shape, or form in fantasy. But
looks like rain.
yeah, a lot of dragons over here. But the big thing was that Aisha had a problem. Which Aisha's problem is that since the elves had existed and were able to like form their own culture and their own ideas and stuff, which they had been doing for many, many years, by this point, the elves had what was known as the Everqueen. As long as the elves can remember back, there's always been an Everqueen. And the Everqueen was not only the original ruler of the elves, because the Phoenix King was something that developed later. Much, much, much later. But, so not only was the Everqueen like the true matriarch of the elves for as long as they can remember. Superior beast oil. But she was also the representative spirit of Aisha. She's like the you can kind of think of her as the mortal not the incarnation, sorry, but like the avatar of Aisha, right? She represents Aisha in as kind of a spiritual individual. And Aisha flowed much of her power through the Everqueen. And the Everqueen had a natural relationship with the very island of Ulthuan itself, which is the homeland of the elves. So that is where all of Aisha's power was concentrated. But when Aisha finally ended up fleeing the heavens with Kurnos at her side, who's her husband, the two of them took on mortal forms by essentially possessing two. Oh, we found the Ursine set. Isn't that neat? We found like the entire. Oh, we found the master-crafted Ursine set. Nice. That's cool. But they went on to take mortal forms, and the two elves they kind of possessed were known as Ariel and Orion. Ariel was a really powerful mage that had taken up residence in Athel Loren, and Orion was an extremely handsome and like unmatched in combat prince of the very newly formed Wood Elves. Like, they were on like the first council of the Wood Elves before the Wood Elves were the Wood Elves. And the two of them were lured deep into Athel Loren, where their bodies and spirits were fused with like the actual gods of Kurnos and Aisha. Go. So because they became fused with their godly essences, they Faster. For all intents and purposes became those gods brought down to the world's level and put into physical form. And that Ariel is a true immortal, even though she does need to rest for a period each year. Oh! A basilisk with question mark? Oh! Run away! Oh god! See you later, Roach! Take care! Good luck! See you guys! Bye! Ah! Run away, run away, run away! It's just picking on Roach. Yep, it's definitely just picking on Roach. Okay, so now we know that this marker is probably a basilisk nest. So we're just not gonna go there. And I'm just gonna keep running away. Yeah, like herpes. Good thing Roach is invincible. Hello there. These are hybrids.
Now, you piece of filth.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yes, gold-crested schemes were introduced in the end times, and their only explicit purpose is that they know how to turn the temple cities into flying cities, and that's what they did. Well, they turned a bunch of things into flying cities. It wasn't just the temple city, but that's all. It's just an end times thing. Also, hopefully that answers... Oh, Charger Rhino! Good to see you, my dude. Hopefully that answers your question about how Orion is born as well. Is that Orion is the god Kurnos, possessed the spirit of an elven prince named Orion, just like Aisha did to an elven archmage, essentially, named Ariel. And the two of them, their bodies, minds, and souls melded with that of the deities. And they've maintained mortal incarnations ever since. But yeah, Ariel and Alariel are basically two different pieces of the same entity. But Alariel's piece of the... Alariel's piece of Aisha is not as powerful as Ariel's. And it's more like she is an individual that has the favor of a goddess, and her power is directly tied to the life of Ulthuan, very specifically, not the planet. Whereas Ariel's the opposite. Ariel's life is tied to the weave, which is the life essence and cycle of the entire Warhammer Fantasy planet. But most notably Athel Loren. So, Alariel is kind of more of like a hyper-focused version that specifically revolves around Ulthuan, as opposed to Ariel, who's more like a genuine demigod. Oh, y'all are a joke.
Shut up and fight.
Who shot me? Oh, do you? Do you like it? Do you still like it? Yeah, I bet you're just loving it. Tell me everything I know about Hellbrent Grimm. Got his model in the mail. I told they only made 500 copies. Hellbrent Grimm? Not ringing a bell. Do you have any idea, like, what he is? Or, like, what he's associated with? Like, what faction? The name is definitely not familiar. Oh, I'm overburdened. Delightful. Human Lad Empire? Hellbrick Grimm. It's not ringing a bell. What is that? Oh, see that? There's like something green in the water. Maybe that's just like the light reflecting. Take a quick gander. Okay. Just a trick of the light. Oh, yeah, he's the bounty hunter character. Or the witch hunter. Or, wait, bounty hunter or witch hunter? No, that's Mateus Bowman. I have no idea who that is. Hellbrent Grimm, I have no idea who that is. Like, I know Bruner the Bounty Hunter, but Bruner is not associated really with the Empire. He's kind of his own thing. It's a diorama from 2003. Yeah, I've never heard of that character. Apologies. Let's just knock this out real quick over here. Well, no, I'm gonna have to come back anyway. So, let's just... Yeah, apologies, I can't be of more assistance. I will... don't worry, though. I'll refund your points on that. Loving to play through The Witcher? Awesome. I'm also loving to play through The Witcher. We have so much in common. We're like twinsies. Alright. Oh god, I can't run. Here, fast travel. What about Slambo? That's 40k? Not my problem. not my purview. Charlie the Turtle! Good to see you, dude. Welcome to the stream. Roach, I'm too fat. Oh, Slambo. I was thinking of who's the dude that's screaming? Oh, Marbo. I was thinking of Sly Marbo. Slambo is like Slambo is he's more of a joke than anything else. He's like a really, really, really old Chaos Warrior. I actually think he's the first edition Chaos Warrior design. Like the art. There's not like really much of a story to him. He very funny character. But his claim to fame is that he is the first, if memory serves, he's the first ever design for Warhammer Fantasy.
How may I assist you?
Or maybe that was Harry the Hammer. That might have been Harry the Hammer. I don't know. It all flows together for me.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Where do I keep all the things in my inventory? Up my butt. Nature's pocket. You're back from purging the unclean. Well, welcome back. I hope you washed your hands before you came in here. You were purging the unclean. Oh, we got a new crossbow. Neat.
So long.
I use Purell.
How may I assist you?
You check and see if you're able to do another Witcher set? I don't
What?
think so yet, but I'll check. I like to hang on to the axe. I like the axe.
So long.
Okay, let's see. Treasure hunts. I mean, I'm high enough level to look for some of the new gear. I don't think I could wear any of it yet, though. Ursine is 30. And Feline is 23. Yeah, I don't think I could do any of that. I think the best case scenario would be like getting the Mastercrafted Griffin set, but I probably still won't be able to wear that because Griffin was 11 and I'm only 13. Ariel and Alariel are just the same character, really. They are they're similar characters, but I wouldn't say they're the same. They're different ideas. Ariel is like Ariel is like a much broader focused form of what Alariel is. Okay, I've only got one more question mark that I can well, I'll do that when we do the Wyvern. I've got one more question mark out by the orphans area, and then we're good to head it, to a kind of a newer ballpark. Undertaker, that's not how I do things. Appreciate your input, but that's not how we do here. I'm getting those check marks. What is the problem about the marketing of Warhammer 3? I don't know what they are talking. Are you asking me why you don't like the marketing, or are you asking me why other people don't like the marketing? Because either way, my answer is I don't know. I'm not that person. That is a very subjective complaint. Yeah, no, I'm 100%ing this game. What's Roach's charge bonus? Like -30, apparently. Dude's useless in a fight. He is invincible, though, so, I mean, you know, he does have that. Why did CA want to talk about Meow twice? I don't know, ask CA. Provide more information on a playable character, I guess? Contrary to popular belief, I do not work for them. I don't know. Chalk it up to great leading. Sure. Loose skin jerks.
Drowners are coming out of there.
Not anymore.
Best blow it up.
Oh crap. Well, you not like that I blew up the nest, little baby? Am I fighting zombies? They're kind of like zombies. I think they're more like aquatic, nasty creatures that are made of dead flesh. Not really sure of the specifics. What does Miao Ying taste like? I don't... Listen, guys. Listen, this is really important, okay? This is really important. I know we joke around a lot on this channel about a lot of topics. And, you know, we're all just trying to have a good time. And, like, just relax and have fun and stuff. But, like, I do have certain principles that I know you might not necessarily have, but I just want to make sure we're all on the same page and not, like, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page and respecting boundaries and stuff. And the thing is, when you're with someone like Miao Ying, you don't kiss and tell with that kind of sensitive information. Just saying. Y'all got worried. Y'all got worried. I see you all sweating in chat. You little shits. Let's go here.